Over 100 people were reportedly killed in Gaza over the weekend when Israeli forces struck a school in the eastern Gaza city. Palestinian news agency saying the victims were performing the dawn prayers when they were attacked. The IDF claims the strike was carried out using precise munition, adding, and I'm quoting here, "It cannot cause the amount of damage that is being reported by the Hamas-run government office in Gaza." But paramedics and first responders say they saw bodies ripped to pieces.
The Israeli army has widened evacuation orders in Gaza. Those living in the Al-Jala neighborhood of Khan Yunis have been asked to vacate the area. Not too long ago, this area was classified as a safe humanitarian zone. Today, it's become a combat zone. For thousands, this reclassification means more suffering.
I've been displaced many times. It's not just once or twice, but at least 5 or 6 times. Almost as soon as we arrive somewhere, they order us to leave. I just arrived here and set up a tent 2 days ago, and now they are telling us to leave again. I have just arrived here. I have nowhere to go.
We are fleeing every day. We stayed here only 10 days before being forced to leave again. We are almost devastated with no place to go.
This is the fate of tens of thousands of people in Gaza. They have nowhere to go, and nowhere in Gaza is safe. According to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in Near East, over 75,000 people have been displaced in southwest Gaza in just the last few days. This weekend also saw one of the deadliest attacks on Gaza since the start of the war. On Saturday, Israel attacked the Al-Tabin school in Gaza City. This school was being used as a shelter by thousands of displaced people. Palestinian news agency Wafa said the Israeli strikes targeted the displaced people while performing Fajr prayers, a matter that led to a rapid increase in the number of casualties. The attack killed at least 100 Palestinians. Paramedics at the scene say they saw bodies ripped to pieces.
What happened was, we heard the sound of an airstrike, we came to see what had happened, and we found out that the Israeli military had hit the building. Of course the building has civilians. Of course he's my cousin, him and his wife and his child. Unfortunately, we found their bodies in pieces, and until now we are still looking for the child's head.
Getting ready for the dawn prayer with the others, suddenly they were cut into pieces and became martyrs, and dozens of the wounded were taken to hospital.
Reports say Israel used an American-made bomb on this attack, the GBU-39 small diameter bomb to be specific. This has not been confirmed by either side. The Israeli army released this video after the attack. This is the aerial view of the school compound and its mosque. In a statement, the IDF said, quote-unquote, the strike was carried out using 3 precise munitions, which, according to professional analysis, cannot cause the amount of damage that is being reported by the Hamas-run government office in Gaza. So far, over 100 schools have been destroyed in the war. Some 100 university professors and academics have been killed, as have 500 primary and secondary school teachers. $39,897 Palestinians have died since the 7th of October 2023. This is as per the health ministry of the Hamas-run government in Gaza. Israel's war objective is to finish Hamas. What then explains the death of the innocents? The Palestinian Central Bureau of Statistics claims that Israeli forces have killed 1.8% of the Gaza Strip's population since the beginning of the war. As per this data, 75% of the victims are under 30. 16,456 of those killed were children. How many of them were Hamas? And how many more deaths will this war see before it finally ends? The US media is reporting that Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar wants a ceasefire deal. That is also the message that mediators from Egypt and Qatar have conveyed to officials in Israel. If that's true, then the ball is once again in the court of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Will he agree to a ceasefire deal? Will Netanyahu take steps towards ending the war? The next round of ceasefire talks are scheduled for the 15th of August. But Hamas has cast doubt on its participation in these talks. In a statement, Hamas said, quote-unquote, "The movement calls on the mediators to present a plan to implement what was agreed upon by the movement on July 2nd, 2024, based on Biden's vision and the UN Security Resolution." It is the 12th of August in 2024. This is day 311 of the war in Gaza.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.